Jáwéṣọlá bàbá ìrúwà òun ní kó béèrè o níbi ìpàtẹ àwọn àgbà ọ̀jẹ̀ ìṣègùn tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ tan 6 ìsọ̀kẹfà ni wọ́n wà o abájọ táwọn èèyàn fi ń wọ́ kẹ̀tíkẹ̀tí ń bẹ̀. Jáwéṣọlá bàbá ìrúwà.
ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ ti gbọ́ látẹnu bàbá látẹ̀ẹ̀kan bàbá ti rìn káàkiri o wọ́n ti ṣiṣẹ́ lọ sí Republic of Benin wọ́n ṣe iṣẹ́ káàkiri àwọn ọba aládé gbajúgbajà oríṣiríṣi àwọn lọ́balọ́ba ni wọ́n dá bàbá mọ̀ nígbà tí a fi ọ̀rọ̀ wá wọn lẹ́nu wò ohun tí wọ́n sọ nípa bàbá rèé ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ látẹnu kábíyèsí ọba ìtàkàn láti ìlú Republic of Benin ohun tí bàbá sọ rèé ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́.
gẹ́gẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni tí ń sọ̀rọ̀ ọba ìlú ìtàkọ̀ ọ̀yìngí àlejò òye ọmọbìnrin láti fi ní òkú ọ̀rọ̀ sáyé Jáwéṣọlá tìlú nàìjà ọmọ dáadáa lọ jẹ jáwé àgbò lọ jẹ àríjọ tí kan ara iṣẹ́ wọn lọ jẹ gbogbo àwọn tí sọmọ onígbàlà ọmọ ìlú lóbìnrin lọkùnrin ìwé bá ti gbọ́rọ̀ rẹ̀ wọ́n á sọ mu wọ́n bá jáde ọkọ̀ oníkálukú á sọ fún tó bá lọ́nà ìpara bá ṣe olóògbé lọ́hùn àṣẹ ní sì máa jẹ́ gbogbo wa.
àṣírí bẹ́ẹ̀ o ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ ti gbọ́ látẹnu kábíyèsí ọba ìtàkàn ó lágbára Jáwéṣọlá bàbá ìrúwà mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ ṣàlàyé nǹkan kan kòkòrò ládìkí tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ rèé sọkùnrin nìkan ní dà láàmú ni ṣé kì í dà wọn obìnrin láàmú.
ó ṣe olóòtú kòkòrò ládìkí jẹ́ kòkòrò burúkú níwọ̀nba àgbà téèyàn bá ti ní ẹ̀jẹ̀ lára kò sí ẹni tí eléyìí ò lè dà láàmú bó ṣe ń da ọkùnrin láàmú bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ń da obìnrin láàmú àní kòkòrò yìí máa ń ṣèdọ̀tí sínú ẹ̀jẹ̀ ni nígbà tí ò bá ti lè jẹ́ kí omi ara àbí ẹ̀jẹ̀ ara kó kọjá lọ gẹ́rẹ́gẹ́ á wá di pé ọwọ́ ń kú tàìtàì ẹsẹ̀ ń kú tàìtàì ojú èèyàn ń sú bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹlòmíì yóò máa rìn gégége bí ìgbà tẹ́nìkan wà lẹ́yìn rẹ̀ tó ń tì í nígbà tí omi ara àbí ẹ̀jẹ̀ ara ọ̀bá ráyè dé sálẹ̀ á di pé ẹsẹ̀ ń wú eléyìí ló jẹ́ kí ẹ máa fọwọ́ tẹ̀ yóò máa wọnú bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni yóò máa domi torí pé kòkòrò inú ẹ̀jẹ̀ domi torí pé kòkòrò inú ẹ̀jẹ̀ ní ayé ìgbà kan àwọn bàbá wa nárùn ni wọ́n ń pè é ayé ló dán yóò làjú tí wọ́n fi ń pè ní kòkòrò inú ẹ̀jẹ̀ nǹkan téèyàn jẹ ló ń fa kòkòrò inú ẹ̀jẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n kòkòrò ládìkí bacterial infection ni èèyàn máa ń kó ni kì í ṣe ohun tí èèyàn jẹ ló ń fà á.
ẹ wo òun lẹ ti ń gbọ́ látẹ̀ẹ̀kan ẹ má gbàgbé mo ní ká máa pe ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ Jáwéṣọlá bàbá ìrúwà ọba apakòkòrò lájìkí mo ní ká máa pè wọ́n wẹ̀lẹ̀wẹ̀lẹ̀ 08030977903.
iṣẹ́ ìṣègùn ìbílẹ̀ yìí jẹ́ iṣẹ́ ìdílé tèmi torí pé iṣẹ́ bàbá mi ni torí pé wọ́n lọ́mọ òní bá ìpèlé àwọn òbí rẹ̀ nílẹ̀ kó ṣe aṣọ dá wọ́n sì ní àtọlẹ̀dọ́lẹ̀ ní ti àdán bàbá mi náà ń pè ní arọ́bí ọ̀jọ́ lágboolé alápinni lágbo ẹ̀rín nílùú èrúwà bàbá mi ni wọ́n ń pè ní àlàbá aláṣẹ́gun Jáwéṣọlá kó tó wá di orí èmi Jáwéṣọlá bàbá ìrúwà ọba apakòkòrò lájìkí tí í ṣe ìran kẹta nínú iṣẹ́ ìṣègùn ìbílẹ̀.
ẹ tún pè stand yẹn gan ni mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ tún pè níbo lẹ́wà.
mo wà ní stand 6 ìsọ̀kẹfà nínú ọgbà Bond FM tó wà ní Ládìpọ̀ lóṣòdì. ẹ rí àsíá funfun lórí stand mi èyí lẹ́ẹ̀ fi mọ̀ pé ti dọ́dọ̀ bàbá ìrúwà Jáwéṣọlá àní nànà dànù o.
ẹ gbọ́ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí o ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ ọba apakòkòrò lájìkí òní wọ́n ti sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan wọ́n ní wọ́n tí o bá ń kẹ́fìn wípé ara ń ta ara ń já ẹ̀jẹ̀ gorogo tàbí kẹsẹ̀ rẹ̀ ó kú tàìtàì kà sí bàbá Jáwéṣọlá bàbá ìrúwà ọba apakòkòrò lájìkí kà sí wọn kó pè wọ́n sórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ wa 08030977903. ẹ mọ sọ̀rọ̀ kábíyèsí kan lẹ́ẹ̀kan pẹ̀lú ìwádìí ìjìnlẹ̀ tá a tún ṣe dọ́dọ̀ kábíyèsí onígèsè ẹ jẹ́ ká tún gbọ́ à ń bọ̀.
èmi ni ọba ìgèsè adómáyẹ àrílùgbàjà ìlú takọ bàbáwẹ ọ̀yìnkí adédùn lórí òjò láti inú òkúrọ̀ wá sáyé wọ́n ti sọ̀rọ̀ a sì wá ń rọ gbogbo ọmọ ìlú lọ́kùnrin lóbìnrin lọ́mọdé àti ní àgbà ní Benin Republic ní Nàìjíríà gbogbo pátápátá pẹ̀lú Jáwéṣọlá ó tún kù ní gbọ̀ngbọ̀n bí ìgbọ̀n gbogbo ní wọ́n bá ti sọmọ ìwòsàn ń bẹ gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n bá ti ń wá Olígèsè ìlú takọ òun ló ń bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ ń pé àrídájú ló jẹ́ fún ọba ọ̀yìngí ìlú takọ àti fún Onígèsè àrílùgbàjà ìlú takọ kí wọ́n tó sọ̀rọ̀ sí
ẹ wò ó ìdùn kó pọ̀ sókí báyìí náà ń lọ́dọ̀ oge bàbá ẹ bá mi dágbére fáwọn èèyàn kẹsì náà wọn létí pé ká má gbàgbé tí wọ́n bá ń ṣàkíyèsí nǹkan kan tí kì í ṣẹlẹ̀ sí wọn lágọ̀ọ́ ara tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n tó ti wá ń ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí rí pé kí wọ́n gbé ìgbésẹ̀ kí wọ́n máa bọ̀ ẹ bá mi ṣàlàyé fún wọn lẹ.
kòkòrò lájìkí àló jẹ́ kòkòrò tó burú ìwọ tó bá ti rí gbé iṣẹ́ ẹsẹ̀ ń fa èso ni o ò lè bẹ̀rẹ̀ kírun o ò lè rìn látòpó náà kan sópó náà kejì kó máa mí hẹlẹhẹlẹ ìwọ tó bá ti nírú ìṣòro yìí wá bá èmi Chief Jáwéṣọlá bàbá ìrúwà ọba apakòkòrò lájìkí mo wà ní stand 6 ìsọ̀kẹfà nínú ọgbà Bond FM tó wà ní Ládìpọ̀ lóṣòdì stand 6 ìsọ̀kẹfà ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ mi ní 08030977903 ẹ ti rí àsíá funfun lórí sáàdì mi tẹ́ bá ti dénú ọgbà yìí bàbá ìrúwà ní kí ẹ máa béèrè nínú ọgbà yìí stand 6 ìsọ̀kẹfà. àníkẹ́ bí mo ti máa ń sọ gbogbo etí tó ń gbọ́ mi ọmọ aráyè ò ní fẹ́ gba fún wa lóúnjẹ tí kòkòrò lájìkí bá wọnú ara èèyàn tán ẹlòmíràn yóò máa ní pé ọfà ní ọ̀tá òun àbí àpèta ni wọ́n fòun torí pé kòkòrò lájìkí pẹ̀lú ọfà àpẹẹrẹ kan náà lèyìn ó máa rí ìwọ tó bá ti rí pé òun rìn gégége ni ó máa ń rẹ̀wọ́ ni tí o bá ti jí làárọ̀ gbogbo ara ni ó máa dùn ẹ́ bí ìgbà tí wọ́n gbàkúta mẹ́ lójú oorun àpẹẹrẹ ọfà lélẹ́yìn.
jẹ́ kòkòrò lájìkí ṣe máa ń pa nǹkan ọmọkùnrin.
ìsan ni olóòtú kòkòrò lájìkí gbogbo ibi tí ìsan bá ti wà nú ara ló máa ń bàjá torí tí kòkòrò yìí bá ti fi ìdọ̀tí sínú ẹ̀jẹ̀ kò ní lè jẹ́ kí omi àbí ẹ̀jẹ̀ kó lọ garaga mọ́ nínú san tó bá sì rí bẹ́ẹ̀ á rí pé kí ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ máa fààyàn so ọ̀pọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ kápẹ̀rẹ̀ ká mọ̀ láyé kò dàbí ká mewé àtẹ̀kù tá a fi tọ́jú rẹ̀ torí pé bí ẹlòmíì bá dé á ní Chief Jáwésọlá bàbá ìrúwà ohun tó ń ṣe òun ọfà ni o lóòótọ́ kòkòrò lájìkí pẹ̀lú ọfà àpẹẹrẹ kan náà lèyìn ó máa rí ìdí ni tá a fi ní ẹ̀rọ ìgbàlódé tá a fi ń ṣe àyẹ̀wò àti nǹkan ìbílẹ̀ lọ́nà àwọn bàbá wa wá bá ẹ̀mí Chief Jáwésọlá bàbá ìrúwà nígbà tí o bá ti lo oògùn láàrin ijọ́ mẹ́ta o gbọ́dọ̀ rí ìyàtọ̀ pé oògùn ló lò kì í somi àjíǹde ara wa yóò máa jẹ́ o.
ẹ jẹ́ kí n máa fèyí ṣe lọ torí àkókò wa ẹ má gbàgbé Jáwésọlá bàbá ìrúwà wọ́n kalẹ̀ sí.
mo wà ní stand 6 ìsọ̀kẹfà tí kòkòrò lájìkí bá di àgàdàgbà sínú ara tán tó bá ti kọlu gbogbo sára á rí pé kí ó wọ́ sí apá lẹ́ní kó wọ́ sí ẹsẹ̀ lọ́la kí ìbàràdì bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní dùnyàn tó bá kọlu san ojú á rí pé kí ojú máa dàbí kùrukùru ó dára kí a máa ṣe àyẹ̀wò ojú wa ìwọ tó ti lọ ṣe àyẹ̀wò ojú mú èsì àyẹ̀wò rẹ wá àbí ìwọ tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ fẹ́ ṣe àyẹ̀wò ojú torí pé kòkòrò lájìkí jẹ́ ògbóǹtarìgì nínú nǹkan tó ń ba ìrìnà ẹ̀dá jẹ́ kòkòrò lájìkí tó bá kọlu ẹ̀dọ̀ èyí ni àwọn baba ńlá wa ń pè ní kòkòrò jẹ̀dọ̀jẹ̀dọ̀ tí àwọn olóyìnbó ń pè ní hepatitis B yóò mọ wá sí ẹlòmíì bí ibà ní gbogbo ìgbà ọ̀pọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ kápẹ́rẹ̀ ẹ bèrè mi Jáwésọlá bàbá ìrúwà èmi ni ọmọ ìrúwà òjòkó ọmọ àgbẹ̀dúdú orí òkélé ọmọ àgbòkàrà àti ìkọlé ìrúwà tó jẹ́ gbàgbé ní dájà wọn tàbí ní àpáta ní Ìbàdàn ní àdúgbò Bẹ́ńbò ẹ bèrè Chief Jáwésọlá bàbá ìrúwà níbẹ̀ abẹ́rẹ́ tó lókun dì ni mo jẹ́ iṣẹ́ ewé àtegbò ó jẹ́ nǹkan tá a ti gbé káàkiri orílẹ̀-èdè ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀ tí a bá sọ pé a ti gbé nǹkan káàkiri ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀ wọ́n mọ̀ wá níbẹ̀ kì í ṣe ní eréfèé lásán bí ẹ bá dé ìlú Ìtákọ̀ ní Benin Republic ẹ bèrè Jáwésọlá bàbá ìrúwà níbẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni tí ẹ bá dé Àtàpámẹ̀ tí ẹ bá dé Sabalu tí ẹ bá dé Boycom tí ẹ bá dé Dàsà tí ẹ bá dé Glasue tí ẹ bá dé Ìbàsílà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Paraku ẹ bèrè Jáwésọlá bàbá ìrúwà ní ibikíbi ní ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀ òdu ni mímì kì í ṣe àmọ̀fólóko àìsàn onífilé wa ṣe bùgbé o.
ìwọ tó bá ń ṣàkíyèsí wípé o ò lè rìn kàṣàkàṣà ọwọ́ ń kúrìrì orí ń fọ́ ara rẹ ò lọ déédéé inú rẹ ń kùn gòròrò àpẹẹrẹ àwọn àrùn kòkòrò lájìkí kàn sí bàbá bí mo ti ṣe sọ.
nínú ọgbà Bond FM tó wà ní Ládìpọ̀ lóṣòdì. ẹ ó ti rí àsíá funfun lórí sáǹdì mi tẹ́ bá débẹ̀ stand 6 ìsọ̀kẹfà.
nǹkan ṣoṣo báyìí ni bàbá sọ pé àwọn ò fẹ́ ẹni tó bá ní wárápá kọ́ mọ̀ wá o ṣùgbọ́n tó bá ti jẹ́ àwọn àpẹẹrẹ nǹkan tí bàbá kà á lẹ̀ wọ̀nyí kàn sí bàbá kójú rẹ̀ ó mọ ṣúgbà ìbàyí kẹsẹ̀ rẹ̀ ó mọ já ọjẹ́ tàbí kó mọ kàn gógó láìsí pé o gbẹ́sẹ̀ lé òkúta kàn sí bàbá.
mo wà ní stand 6 ìsọ̀kẹfà. kòkòrò lájìkí tí mo ń sọ yìí tó bá ń da èèyàn láàmú ẹni tó wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ rẹ̀ ò ní gbàgbọ́ wípé kòkòrò lájìkí ń dà láàmú torí pé kòkòrò lájìkí ò ń tètè gbé èèyàn sánlẹ̀ níwọ̀nba àgbà míì gan ó lè máa sọ ìyàwó kọ́kọ́ rẹ̀ mẹ́gbàgbọ́ wípé kòkòrò lájìkí ń dà láàmú tí àwọn àgbàlagbà bá ń sọ pé àjídèwé ò kí ń ṣe oògùn spiritual oògùn àìsàn ni bí ò bá ti sí àìsàn kankan lára ẹ̀dá ò mọ rìn kánpé àkíyèsí pàtàkì wa ni pé gbogbo ẹni tó bá ní àìsàn kòkòrò lájìkí lára ó gbúdọ̀ máa jẹ èso púpọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kò sì gbúdọ̀ máa lo nǹkan lọ́tí. mo wà ní stand 6 ìsọ̀kẹfà ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ mi ní 080 30 97 79 03. ẹ ti rí àsíá funfun ìyẹn lẹ́fìmọ̀ pé ti dọ́dọ̀ bàbá ìrúwà Jáwésọlá.
080 30 97 79 03. àṣírí ń bẹ o oògùn tí yóò jẹ́ ewé rẹ̀ ló kù kan.
jáwé àìjẹ́wé ó dánwọ́ ìyá òwò láwọn lọ́hùn gbogbo tí ìyá yóò sì máa jẹ́.
Champion FM 90.7 orí ni wá a ò ní dìrù láṣẹ Elédùmarè. Akẹ́yìndégbẹ̀gbọ́n rédíò ṣálájẹ́.
rédíò tó ń gbàṣà àti ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ wa lárugẹ.
Champion FM 90.7 ẹgbẹ́ polówó ọjà yín wá ajé òbú gbàjẹ́ o. ẹ ó máa ta ní wàrà ń ṣe ṣá o.
ọ̀rọ̀ náà ló sọ pé èmi ò lànà lájẹjù bẹ́ẹ̀ ni èmi sì pèsè omi lásánlẹ̀. ètò kan ètò kan sí lálẹ́ wò nílé iṣẹ́ champion 90.7 FM Lagos èyí tí a pè àkórí rẹ̀ ní já olùlànà the way maker pastor Tolúwani Tàlàbí ó ní ọmọ jíṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́ ní gbogbo ọjọ́ ajé láago 5 kọjá ìṣẹ́jú mẹ́ẹ̀ẹ́dógún lára àárọ̀ 5:15 a.m. wàá gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀mí látẹnu ẹni ẹ̀mí wá fún ìtúsílẹ̀ ìdáǹdè àti ìgbàlà lórí rédíò champion FM alákòóso iléeṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́ believers in intercessory apostolic church number 18 Solanke street ìsàlẹ̀ Haruna Ìfàkọ̀ Ìjàyè Lagos àwọn ni Ọlọ́run ń lò ẹ má gbàgbé 5:15 a.m. ó ní gbogbo ọjọ́ ajé Monday já olùlànà the way maker ọ̀nà rẹ̀ yóò sì là sí rere.
ó dé o ètò tá a ti retí dé agbára àdílé ńlẹ̀tọ̀. ìpínlẹ̀ ní bàbá aṣọ alárìndé bàbá ẹ̀wù agbára lílé tó ta fẹ́ gbọ́ power of the family ètò tó ń torí tó dílé kí lọ́kọ̀láyà ò lè máa gbé pẹ̀lú ìfẹ́ àtàláfíà a ò lè rìn kórí ó má mì lóòótọ́ ọ̀nà wo lágbàgbọ́jú ẹ̀ ní tùbínùbí ètò agbára àdílé power of the family ní ẹgbọ́ ní gbogbo ọjọ́ ṣẹ́gun Tuesday látago 4 ìrọ̀lẹ́ sáago 5 níkànnì champions 90.7 FM akíọ̀dé òjò tó Lagos pastor adéga ọlátúnjí làtọ́kùn ètò tí ó máa fọ̀rọ̀ wérọ̀ pẹ̀lú àlejò wa prophet Peter Adébísí Abíọ́lá president Christ Miracle Church Mission CMCM worldwide agbára ìdílé la fẹ́ gbọ́ o àti dúró dè tó ti gbogbo ló ń dúró dè fún àdúrà bíi ìtọ́nisọ́nà máa pe 0802-441-1154 tàbí 0706-338-6189 agbára ìdílé kò ṣe é má gbọ́ ètò.
Listening to Champion 90.7 FM. Ignite the fire within you.
All right, thank you for staying with us right here on Champion 90.7 FM. We're back from that commercial break, and it's almost the time for the second 45 minutes of the round of 16 encounter between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Mambas of Mozambique. The Super Eagles lead by 2-0. Goals scored by Ademola Lookman and Victor Osimhen in the first half, and the two teams are out for the second 45 minutes. We've seen one substitution effected by Chiquinho Conde, the coach of the Mozambicans. Will that have any effect, any straight-on impact on this game? We will wait and see. 2 yellow cards in this game, and both of them to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Wilfred Ndidi and Frank Onyeka, the two defensive midfielders deployed for this game. All right, Eric Shell, don't know what he's got up his sleeve for this second 45 minutes, but we'll wait and see, especially in the early exchanges of this second 45 minutes. This, of course, match is reaching you from the sport complex in Fez. The Super Eagles looking to join the likes of Egypt, Mali, Cameroon, Senegal, and of course Morocco, the host nation, to be part of the quarterfinals of the competition. Jude, what are your expectations for this second 45 minutes, especially from the two teams?
Yeah, well, exactly. For the Super Eagles, I think they're already leading, so they should just seize control. We saw a very, very good first half and dominant in full control. I think they should also carry that into this game, and not what we've seen, from previous games, like the first two games against Tanzania and Tunisia, where they allowed these teams to get into the game. So I think they should seize control and also get to score more goals if they have the opportunity.
And it's goal number 3, Jude. Just like that, goal number 3 for the Super Eagles and goal number 2 for Victor Osimhen And another assist for Ademola Lookman.
Well, I tell you, these attackers are cooking something, Kufre. They are really, really brilliant. Good movement from, Ademola Lookman. He has been fantastic. Good to see him, in this form again. Different player. And, of course, we've seen the quality that he has brought to this team. He's a quality player. We know that. And also good for Sime to get another one. I think he rightly, deserve the goals. Just to say for what he has done so far in this competition, supporting, even when he's not scoring. We saw the last game against Uganda, the assist that Nashu spawned. But Kufre, these attackers, they are really, really doing great in this tournament. I just hope that they continue, and that's what we're praying for them. Of course, the prize to go there and get the prize.
3 assists, 3 goals for Ademola Lookman at this competition. 1 assist and 3 goals for Victor Osimhen at this competition. Jude, if not for anything, Galatasaray will now try as much as possible to bring Ademola Lookman to Galatasaray. You can imagine Ademola Lookman and Victor Osimhen up front for Galatasaray. But with this display from Ademola Lookman at this Africa Cup of Nations, maybe Atalanta will need to do things right, do a lot of things right by him to see if they can keep him there in Bergamo. Maybe convince him to extend his contract there. I don't know. But again, Jude, this display from the Super Eagles is what the world will miss at the 2026 FIFA World Cup.
Exactly, Kufre. But, they cost it. But let's move on from there. Speaking about Atalanta, I think Palladino, he has made it clear that Ademola Lookman is important to the way he wants to play. And I think their fortune, has kind of changed. They've climbed up the table now. It means that Palladino is doing a great job since he took over. And for Galatasaray, it will be terrifying to have, Ademola Lookman play alongside, Sime. These two players, they've got this understanding, telepathic understanding. That's what we've seen here, especially in the colours of the Super Eagles. So it'll be a very, very good addition, to have Ademola Lookman, in Gala.
And it cuts across the front line of the Super Eagles. There's also an Akko Adams as well that has done about 2 assists or thereabouts this tournament for the Super Eagles.
Yeah, that's what I said. The attacking players, they're cooking something. So we've seen most of the goals from the attacking department. It means that something is happening there, and we must give credit to
Eric Shell.
Not Eric Shell. I'm talking about Alex Iwobi. Alex Iwobi. He's that silent, a player. Yeah, he's not getting the plaudits that he deserves. I think he's been fantastic in this tournament. He's been, at the heart of the Super Eagles attack. Those line-breaking passes, those good vision. He's really been great in this tournament, and we must, applaud him for that.
All right. First minutes of the second half, first goal for the Super Eagles, and they are third in this competition, in this match against Mozambique. All right, 2 goals for Victor Osimhen, 1 goal for Ademola Lookman, and it's 50 minutes on the clock, 40 more minutes to play. It's going to be a long night, a long, windy night for the Mozambicans. Definitely the hope of beating the Super Eagles for each of them to get an equivalent of 11 million naira each definitely will evaporate with the waters that we've seen in this game via the rains. Throw into the Super Eagles. Akko Adams has got 2 on him, finds Ademola Lookman. An opportunity here for the Super Eagles. Is it a 4th? And by a whisker, the ball glides off. Bright Osai Samuel should have gotten a bite on this game, but just slightly off target for Bright Osai Samuel.
Well, I think I need to really commend Akko Adams there, keeping the ball and dragging the 2 players to himself, and finally releasing the ball into space for Ademola Lookman. I think that's great from him. But what a miss from Bright Osai Samuel.
Mozambique trying to attempt a shot on target and perhaps the first goal of this encounter, but quickly the Super Eagles defense recovered and stopped that one. But Mozambique have possession of the ball back. Free kick will go to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Definitely, this is... we've seen this before, Jude, especially in the last 2 games of the Super Eagles, where they led by 3-0, and then they took their feet off the gas. And I'm sure that Eric Shell and his assistants will definitely think about the last 2 games and how they need to curtail and tell the boys not to be complacent, play as if they need to score more goals, play as if their life depends on the eventuality of this fixture. Bruno Yemechi, well done there. Chest beating his opponents, brought down, and we're going to see another card shown in this encounter, this time around to Mozambique. He's done well, he's up his game at this tournament, and that's why he's a starter for the Super Eagles.
Well, it's not just about the opponent now, Kufre. It's about the confidence that this team, is playing with, and it's I'm thrilled. I've not seen the Super Eagles play like this, for a long time. The intensity at which they play, the high press, and the way they adjust. Over the Mozambicans, especially when they want to get the ball back. So I think it's really, really great to see the way they're playing. And it's just that fight, that determination to get to the next stage. And every player here today, I think they've done fantastically well. From Bright Side Samuel locking down his position to Bruno Yemechi, who we just saw now with that beautiful control with his chest to win a foul for the Super Eagles. In midfield, in attack, I think everyone has done fantastically well in this game, and they deserve credit so far. And
for the Mozambicans, it has to be damage control at this point in time, so they don't concede more. Safe face, safe ride, and enjoy the rest of the minutes as they count down to the end of their participation at this tournament.
Well, exactly. I think they played against a superior team. Quality-wise, Super Eagles are far ahead of them. It's a lesson for Conde, and yes, it's the end of the road for them as well as it stands. Like you rightly mentioned, this is the first time that the Mambas have progressed to the end of 16. But sorry, Kufre, it is the last time till next time.
Last time till next time. Free kick to the Super Eagles, and we're waiting for that one to be taken. 55 minutes on the clock. The Super Eagles still hungry for more goals. Bruno Yemechi and Ademola Lukman standing behind the ball. The Mozambicans, all of them defending. Bruno will take it. It was a poorly taken one, but danger not averted for the Mozambicans. The ball is eventually cleared. But Eagles still having possession of the ball. Referee gives a free kick to Mozambique to help them breathe. Action resumed. The Mozambicans are all throwing forward. Perhaps an opportunity there. Stanley Wabali saw that one coming, and he comes out to save the ball. He's not been troubled at all in this game, and maybe he will have to be very, very alert, Jude, this second half, because the Mozambicans know that they do not have anything to lose, and they will come out firing.
Exactly. So on this part, the Super Eagles, they just need to keep their head down and not lose concentration. That's what we've seen, in the past games where, they've dominated games like these, but in the 9 minutes of the game, they start losing concentration to bring the opponent back into the game. So they just need to really, sit tight, try to get the ball and control the game, detect the play like they've always done, and not allow the Mozambicans, some sort of hope. I think that's what they need to do, Kufre, in this game, just to kill the game completely.
Here comes Mozambique. A cross comes in from the right side of the attack and straight to Stanley Wabali's outstretched hands. Picks that one. Releases the ball to Bright side Samuel. Frank Onyeka gets a throw in the process. Early substitutions for the Super Eagles.
No. I don't think that's necessary at the moment. I think the game is fine the way it is. They're very much in control. Let's see. Let's allow the clock to run till 60 or 65, 70.
Free kick definitely for the Super Eagles. Frank Onyeka was brought down. So referee easily giving that to the Super Eagles. He was right there. He saw the beginning and the end of that tackle on Frank Onyeka. And a quick one has been taken, allowed by the center referee, and a shot there, parried by the goalkeeper. And Ademola Lookman shoots off target. Sweet, perhaps easy opportunity for the Super Eagles to make it 4, but Jude wasted opportunity there.
Yeah, that was a miss. I mean, by now we could have been celebrating the 4th goal in this game, but that was a miss. How we missed that, I mean, baffles me. But that's football, but it's a painful miss. But good that the 3 goal up already. If it weren't for that, I think they would have been wearing that miss by now.
Yeah, the initial shot came in from Bright Osai Samuel's second attempt at goal in this one. This time around, it was shot on target, but it was parried by the goalkeeper into dangerous path, and of course eventually it was the miss from Ademola Lookman that ensured that he didn't concede a 4th goal in this game. Of course, the Super Eagles are waiting for the goalkeeper to release the ball, handball against Alex Iwobi. Free kick to Mozambique. Free kick taking. Calvin Bassey gets the ball across to his goalkeeper, Stanley Wabali. Osai Samuel. He had 2 players on him, had a man to play with. Unfortunately, he could not. Samaju Pinnick and, of course, Ibrahim Guzo. Immediate past president of the Nigeria Football Federation and the current president. Present, of course, Jude, some top dignitaries from Nigeria present at the stadium cheering on the Super Eagles.
Yeah, it's necessary. I think we've seen that also with other nations. Sometimes their presence, gives this motivation and inspiration as well. And, it's good to see them there and how much, they love, the beautiful game.
And here comes another through pass from Alex Iwobi. The Super Eagles coming again, and a 3rd goal. Ademola Lookman trying to do too much inside the 18-yard box. He's brought down, still has the ball, but eventually he's been dispossessed. Jude, I think that some easy passes, movements should be used sometimes by the Super Eagles to neutralize the Mozambicans or to get them defending their lines, or for the Super Eagles to make it goal number 4. We've seen about 2-3 chances since they last scored, and the Super Eagles have flopped. And I'm thinking, what if they were trailing or they needed to draw the first blood? I do not think that they would have approached those opportunities, those chances in the 18-yard box of the Mozambicans the way they've done. Maybe complacency setting in?
Yeah, you're right, Kufre, and that's why I said, if not that they are 3 goal up already, they would have been ruining their chances, because at this moment they're just wasting opportunities, that have come to them. And I think Ademola Lookman could have easily, released the ball on time, and just for the player that was running in to just score the goal to make it the 4th goal, and 4-5 goals, not too much, especially when you're playing against an opponent that is already down.
Another substitution for Mozambique has been effected. The second for them in this game. Still waiting for the first for the Super Eagles, who just won possession of the ball back from Mozambique. For the Mozambicans, I think in the first 20 minutes before they considered that game, Jude, we thought they had a plan against the Super Eagles, defend their lines very well, hit them on the counter, play some long balls in over the defense line of the Super Eagles. Katamo and, of course, Witty and Co. chased the balls down and caused troubles for the Super Eagles. Unfortunately, they couldn't sustain that.
Yeah, of course, we know what a goal can do. I think what that did was just to toss the script to the bin, and that was what happened, because before the goal came, we saw structure. I think they were playing a 5-4-1. I was trying to look into it before the goal came. A 5-4-1 where they were really disciplined. They were trying to close them up in midfield, but that goal just seemed to change everything. And since then, it's been goal number 2 and goal number 3.
And of course, those goals completely took the wind off the sail of the Mozambicans. Now they have to defend another attack by the Super Eagles. Bruno Yemechi did well with the ball. What does he do? Does he shoot? Blocked. Ademola Lukman, he needs to decide quickly what to do. Gets the ball across to Ndidi. Iwobi. Bright Osai Samuel. And corner kick to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Just wondering what Victor Osimhen is agitating for. Jude. Victor Osimhen having some very frank words with Ademola Lukman, perhaps from some of the playful attacks we've seen from the Super Eagles in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, exactly, good for it. I think they've been wasteful, to be honest, and they also have been like 5 goals up in this particular game. They've been wasteful. I think that's what his grievances are. And is he right to do that? Yes, I think he is right. So
he's an assistant captain.
Yeah,
maybe from that position.
Yeah, even aside that, Kufre, it's about his hunger. That's what I see here. It's about his hunger, desire to win. Let's score these goals and confirm our place in the next round.
Exactly. Of course, they need to understand they have to be professional, and he's not spoken to Ademola Lukman from the point of view of hatred or animosity, but just to rally him up and tell him to make quick decisions when the Super Eagles find themselves inside the 18-yard box of the Mozambicans, which they've done about 3 times in the last 10-15 minutes, and at least 1 goal should have come out of that. We should be like 4 goals up, but unfortunately those opportunities have been wasted, especially with this Mozambican side that are just backing but not biting.
Yeah, but they look like you said, they have nothing to lose, so they are all out now, all over the Super Eagles, and of course they're attacking more than they did in the first half, and in the early minutes of the game, and that's why the Super Eagles need to kill this game and not give them any chance, to come back.
That was a great shot, a spinning one by Akko Adams, but the goalkeeper said, "Not again, will you guys beat me?" Saving that one quite beautifully. The goalkeeper of Mozambique denying Akko Adams a beautiful goal in this encounter. Ademola Lukman finds Bruno Yemechi. Is that an offside? Referee says no, play on. And of course, Mozambique are able to defend that goal opportunity by the Super Eagles. 65 minutes on the clock. I think that Coach Eric Shell should start thinking of substitutions between now and the 70th minute. I think these players have had enough, but substitutions, Jude, that will not cause them to concede.
Exactly. I was about saying that, Kufre, that I think it's time for some players, to come in, to just see this game out. The game is done and dusted with if the Super Eagles are to maintain, this momentum and also maintain, the dominance so far.
All right, the Mozambicans are making their 4th substitution. We're still waiting for the first. I don't know if what the Nigerian media has been on to in the last 2-3 matches of the Super Eagles, berating the coach of the Super Eagles, Eric Shell, as per the times, the times he does his substitutions and who he brings in. I don't know if that's playing in the mind of Eric Shell, and that's why he's just holding on. Corner kick to the Super Eagles, taken by Demola Lukman, and the referee gives a free kick to Mozambique as Shemia Jai collided with Seluane, the goalkeeper of Mozambique. Jude, your thoughts on why the coach hasn't done any substitution as we speak? Like I said, maybe he's just taking his time, or maybe the criticism of the media, the Nigerian media, is really working on him. But just like we're trying to talk about that, we're seeing our first substitution for the Super Eagles. Jude, Victor Osimhen is being subbed off and will be replaced by another, perhaps, striker.
Yeah, it's
not striker, a winger. Moses Simon, we understand.
Yeah, so I think Akko Adams is going to lead the line as it stands. But I think it's good because Osimhen, I think after that hard burst against Sadama Lukman, it seems to have dropped a bit. I've seen how he's not catching up pace into the box anymore. But sometimes your mood affects how you play, and that's what we've seen so far. But I think it's a good substitution. He's a key player, so I think it's time to rest. 2 goals is enough for the day.